When one family visited a nature reserve in California, they had no idea just how eventful their trip would be. You see, as they surveyed some tidal pools together, they noticed an octopus, and then, without warning, the creature escaped from the water to give them a special gift. Fitzgerald Marine Reserve is a goldmine for lovers of sea creatures. Visitors can find the 32-acre stretch of tide pools, marshland, and beaches just a half-hour drive from San Francisco. However, it feels worlds away from the heavily populated city. On any given day in the Marine Reserve, visitors can expect to see a range of shells and rocks. Moreover, a number of seashore creatures, including hermit crabs, sea urchins, and anemones, call the vibrant habitat home. With that in mind, a visit to Fitzgerald Marine Reserve is usually an interesting one. Indeed, day trippers who venture to the wildlife area often have no idea of what they might come across. After all, sometimes the ocean throws up an unexpected surprise. One such rare encounter occurred in 2011. Some visitors were looking around the tidal pools when they noticed a red object in the water. Then, upon closer inspection, they were delighted to discover that the mass was in fact an Eastern Pacific red octopus. The scientific name for the East Pacific red octopus is Octopus rubescens, although thanks to its distinctive coloring, some also refer to it as the ruby octopus. In terms of distribution, it is the most common shallow water octopus on a lot of the west coast of North America, and the creature has been found everywhere from the Alaskan coast to the Gulf of California. Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these animal stories every day. Now, back to the story. As for their feeding habits, Eastern Pacific red octopuses prey on slugs and snails, although they also eat scallops, clams, and crabs. And amazingly, each time they catch a meal, the sea creature's skin changes to a variety of colors. So, when an Eastern Pacific red octopus turned up in the Marine Reserve that day, it delighted and fascinated onlookers. Indeed, one of those visitors was so thrilled that they decided to film the unfolding scene on their camera. And as they did so, they captured something incredible. The resulting film opens with the octopus sitting in the reef. Soon, though, it starts to move, at which point one onlooker comments that its color is changing from bright red to a slightly darker tone. And sure enough, as the animal moves into a clearer view, it does indeed display a more purple hue. Needless to say, the amazing scenes were not lost on those present in the reserve. "Man, he's like giving us the photo op of the century," one spectator enthused as the octopus moved its lengthy tentacles. However, little did the observer know that things were about to get a lot more exciting. In the video, as the critter moves along the tidal pool, it suddenly pops its head out from below the water. Before long, then, the animal is almost completely exposed, provoking shrieks from the onlooking crowd. Some sound excited, others sound concerned, but none of them can look away. "This is unbelievable," one woman observes as the octopus continues to drag itself into the open. Meanwhile, a chorus of wows and gasps escape the audience as the animal finally emerges into the light. The shocked exclamations then continue until the sea creature is practically at the spectator's feet. In order to give the octopus the room it needs to move, the crowd then starts to shuffle backwards. However, it soon becomes clear that it's them that the animal is trying to reach. And unbelievably, it seems as though the reason it wants to get to them is to give them a gift. You see, after getting as close to the crowd as it can, the animal drops a half-eaten crab onto the ground in front of them. The octopus had been carrying the crustacean the whole time, and for some reason it seemed keen to share the find with the humans around it. "He spit up a crab," one female voice exclaimed after realizing what had happened. And yet before the spectators could show their gratitude to the octopus, it was already on its way home. Yes, within a matter of seconds, the octopus had completely submerged itself once more. Octopuses can actually survive outside of water, but for a short time only. According to marine invertebrate expert Julian Finn, one of the prime reasons why the animals leave water is to search for food. Many octopus species emerge to hunt in the pools of water left behind by the receding tide, he told Scientific American in 2011. That said, the octopus in the video from Fitzgerald Marine Reserve appears to be doing something far removed from hunting. After all, in the footage, it seems to gift the crab to the watching crowd. And yet, this might not have been the case, according to Finn. Octopuses often carry prey items when foraging, returning to their lairs to consume them, he explained. It is possible that the octopus in the video was either finished consuming the contents of the crab or was too tired to continue carrying it on land. But even if there is a reasonable explanation for the octopus's unusual behavior, that didn't dent the video's popularity online. Since it emerged on YouTube in 2011, it has clocked up more than 8 million views. And taking the gift theory further, some watchers questioned whether the crab might actually have been a peace offering from one species to another. The truth is, no one knows exactly what the octopus's actions meant that day. It's only in the past few years that scientists have begun to gain an insight into the intelligence of these alien-like creatures. And yet, for animals that are capable of solving problems, not to mention each having their own personalities, it's surely not completely impossible that they might figure out how to say hi in their own unique way. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with your friends and family. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.